Have you ever felt like something was calling your name, just waiting for you to break free and find out what it was? My name's Cora Schley, and today I'm going to tell you a few things that I feel like called me to them. The first thing I have is a picture of an airplane. I chose this airplane because ever since I was little, I have always been going on trips with my family and traveling around the world. The first place that I went when I was 2 was to Australia. And I feel like that's a really big trip for a 2-year-old, but my parents took me along, and I went to Australia on this trip, I went to Switzerland, I went to Germany, and I ended in Fiji. So I've always loved traveling, and my parents loved taking me places. As I continued to grow, my grandparents also enjoyed taking me places, and they took me to Disney World at least 3 times a year. That's a lot, but I will never complain because it was one of the best times of my life. Also, all of my family likes to travel, so when they got married, they loved going on destination weddings, and it was usually in Mexico, so I've been to Mexico a number of times. And this past year, I went back to Germany and Switzerland with my grandma. Including all these exotic places, I've also been to almost all of the 50 states. I am very excited, however, to go to California in 34 days because I'm really excited because my friend Alan is graduating from the Marine Corps, and it is a huge honor to be able to go and see him do something that is benefiting our country so much. So I really am excited for that, and that's why I chose the airplane. The next thing I have on my list is the Bible. The Bible is so important to me because my faith is one of the biggest things in my life. Whenever I feel upset or worried about anything, it's so comforting to have something that I know has all the answers in it. Like, what else has that? Nothing. The Bible has it, and it's just a great feeling to know that I can just go to it because it's such a simple thing to have. And I can feel better instantly because I have a passage or something that makes me feel like I am alright. The next thing I have on my list is a basketball. I chose basketball because sports have always been a huge part of my life. Ever since I was little, I would never watch like cartoons. Well, every once in a while I would, but usually whenever I would watch TV, it would always be watching sports and watching basketball. I loved watching basketball, and I used to love watching the NBA, but now I love to watch college basketball instead. Anyways, I joined sports at a small age. When I was a toddler, I signed up for like football, flag football, softball, kickball, all of it. I did everything. Cheerleading, dance, absolutely everything I tried. My mom spent a lot of money on that because I kept changing my mind, but what are you going to do? I finally found out that basketball was like the sport for me, and I loved it, and I've played it all my life. I also found a new sport that I liked, and it was volleyball, and I happened to be pretty good at it too. So I played basketball my whole life. My 8th grade year, my team went to state, and we ended up winning. And then we went to nationals, and we didn't win, but we got pretty far, and it was a great experience. And then I played in high school, and I even play in college still, but I just do intramurals. Volleyball, I played starting in 5th grade. And I played all the way through senior year. Senior year, I was actually the captain of the varsity team, which was a big deal for me because it's a huge honor to be on a varsity team, just on the team, but to be the captain was a really big deal for me. So in college now, I do intramurals just for fun, so I get to continue to be athletic and do the things that I love, but I also get to have fun with it. And then I also have the last thing. It's alright, you'll be seeing more of me, don't worry, is a picture of my family. My family are the most important people in my life because they are the ones who will always be there for you when everyone else leaves. My parents got divorced when I was 2 years old, and my sister was 1, so we didn't really understand what was going on, but it happened. It actually worked out for us because there was so many more people in our family when our parents got remarried. And while they were divorced, there was never a day that I felt unloved. They were still very communicative and happy, and they would work together to make sure that we were happy, and there was always love around us. Our grandparents loved us very much. Our family was huge, so we were fine with that. We had anyone to turn to. Whenever one person was busy, there was another person. So it was I think it was the best for everyone. But it got even better when both my parents got remarried. My dad had 4 children with his new wife, so these are his kids: Luke, Ella, Clara, and Peter, and this is my sister Emma. And they are the gems in my life, like they are the loves of my life. And my mom, who married a man named Mort, he had 3 daughters in his previous marriage, so I got 3 stepsisters too: Nikki, Melanie, and Amy. And so I babysit for their kids all the time, and I get to hang out with Nikki all the time. She's a year younger than me. But what I'm saying is, I feel like if my parents wouldn't have gotten divorced, I would have never met the people who are the most important to me right now, and that's my family. Look at that cutie right there. Claire's my favorite. Don't tell anybody, she's my favorite though. So, in conclusion, I just wanted to say, now that you've heard what made me who I am today, and like who I plan to be, I hope that we can figure out through these experiences that we're going to have together who we're going to be in the future. Thank you.